Welcome back to another instructional video by the 43rd Regiment of Foot and 2nd Pennsylvania. Today we're going to be covering the basic British drill moves that every reenactor should know. This includes left, right, and about face, poise, rest, order, standing at ease, and of course the official dismissal. Alright, before we get into it, one quick note. These videos are filmed looking at the person. At the end of this video, there will be training videos where we show a mirrored image so you can do exactly as the screen shows. So let's get right into it. Left face. When you hear this command, it's going to be given in two parts. Left, which is the first count, and then face. By the time that face is said, you are supposed to be at a 90-degree turn from where you were originally facing. So when you hear left, you put your right foot forward with your right heel against the instep of your left foot. Then you'll hear face. Then you will pivot on your left heel and just move your right foot to slowly motor yourself over towards the left, ending at 90 degrees from where you originally started. Now we'll do right face. When you hear the command right, you're going to step back with your right foot with the instep of your right foot against the heel of your left foot. You'll then hear the command face. You'll use your right foot to motor yourself 90 degrees to the right, but pivoting on your left foot to move to that new position. All right, still with me? We're now going to do right about to make you do a 180 turn on the spot. It's important to note that a right about will always be to the right. You will never do this to the left. You'll first hear right about, where you take the instep of your right foot and place it against the heel of your left foot, exactly as you did for right face. The next command is, of course, face, where you use your right foot to push yourself 180 degrees around, pivoting on that left foot until you're facing the opposite direction that you were originally facing. And because you are only pivoting on your left foot when you are doing these moves, if you walk away from that position, you should see a clear hole dug into the ground by that left heel that shows you have been doing these moves right. Up next, we have the poise. Just like the other commands, there's a preparatory followed by the actual command. You'll hear, poise your, and then firelocks. When firelocks is said, that is when you start the move in 2 counts. And the 2 counts relate to the 2 moves that you have to do. 1 second should be attributed to each. So count 1, reach over with your right hand and grab the wrist of the musket. For count 2, raise the musket up with your right hand so that the lock is perpendicular to your face, and at the same time, reach up with your left hand in a karate chop above the frizzen spring. And that's the poise. Up next, we have the rest. The command is rest your firelocks. It is the poise plus 1 extra step. So the same as before, reach over with your right hand, grab the wrist of the musket, and bring it up to the poise position. Then let the musket drop over your left knee so that the butt of the musket is at your knee height. At the same time, take a step back a few inches with your right foot. That is the rest position. Oh boy, now we move on to one of the trickier commands, the order. The command is order your firelocks. It is 6 counts. However, you've already learned 3 of those, so bear with me. That's right, so the first 3 moves get you to the poise. First you reach over to the musket, you raise it up to the rest, then you drop it down to the poise. For the next count, simply shift the musket over to your right shoulder. Next, reach up with your right hand and grab the musket near the ramrod. Then, drop the musket down, and as you do so in a fluid motion, step forward with that right foot that was back since the poise. You should now be standing forward with the musket perfectly placed by your right foot a few inches away. The mouth of the musket should be pointed a little away from you, and your right hand should be in the thumbs up position, with the tip of your thumb being right underneath the bayonet lug. Congratulations, you have now done the order. Now you're ready to get back to the shoulder. The command is, shoulder your firelocks. Easy, right? No, no, not easy. And yet we persist. For the first count, reach down and grab the musket near the swell. Lift the musket up with your right hand and reach over with your left and grab the musket above the frizzen spring. Drop your right hand to grab the wrist of the musket and bring the musket across your body in a fluid motion, coming to the poise, with the butt of the musket over your left foot and your right foot back for the moment that it is in poise. Then, use your right hand to rotate the musket 180 degrees and couch it in your left shoulder. And finally, quit the musket with your right hand and give your cartridge box a good smack. And that's the order. Not too scary, right? But I have some good news. In the heat of battle, or if you have a merciful commander, they can give the order into. For instance, into order your firelocks. Reach up with your right hand and grab the musket around the swell. Then bring the musket back over across your body into the order position, much faster. Similarly, into shoulder your firelocks has you reach down, grab the musket by the swell with your right hand, bring it back over across your body, and couch it in your left shoulder. And that's that. Now we'll move to standing at ease. So, you're already in the order, and your officer wants you to relax. So there's 3 little orders that follow. They are, ease arms, release the musket, and just let it lean against your right shoulder. Clasp hands, which means reach over with your right hand and place it on top of your left. And rest. Take a small step back with your right foot and take on a relaxed position. When your commander says, handle arms, return back to the order position. All right, the final move, the official dismissal. Keep in mind that most units have their own way of doing these, but hey, this is a 43rd video, I'm going to do it the 43rd way. This move has 4 parts. The command will begin with the commander saying, 43rd, by the official dismissal, poise your firelocks. Come to the poise. Then, right about, face. Do a right about. Then, 3 steps for the king, march. Take 3 steps. And after the 3rd step, without prompting, God save the king! And then the officer will then say, dismissed, and you're done for the day. And thus ends our tutorial on the basics for a British reenactor. I know, parting is such sweet sorrow. But I'm going to follow this with a few more mirrored videos so that you can practice along with the commands in a timed setting. Have fun out there. Left, face. Right, face. Right about, face. Poise your firelocks. Rest your firelocks. Order your firelocks. Shoulder your firelocks. Into order your firelocks. Into shoulder your firelocks. Ease arms, clasp hands, rest. 43rd, handle arms. Poise your firelocks. Right about, face. 3 steps for the king, march. God save the king! Dismissed.